Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at getting the New York masks, or the New York section of masks, as well as the chest piece you get in New York for the keys. Now, although it is the New York masks, most of them are happening on the DC map. So yeah, let's just hop into it. The first mask we're going to be looking at is going to be the Angel Mask, which is this one. Decent mask. I mean, like I said in the previous video, all the masks are decent. This one has some bullet holes. In general, I think the New York masks looks better than the DC masks, but hey. In order to get this mask, we're going to need to collect 6 lion eyes as well, and then activate 6 statues. The New York masks are a bit of a tedious thing. The first set of lion eyes you can find is over here at a noodle bar. Now, if you look to your right, you will see DZ East, and to the slightly left side of you is District Union area. You would just fast travel to District Union area, and you can mark the corner of 5th Street Northwest and GP right over here. And once you get to this mark, you should see these 2 trucks and the noodle bar. Now, once we get into the noodle bar, we're going to take a right around the counter and then a left. And right next to this big fridge, there's the small fridge that you can interact with. Now, I've sadly already done them, so I can't show you the activation. I also can't show you me picking up the things, but I can show you the interactions. Now, yes, this is number 1. Alright, and the next set of lion eyes you will be able to find on this resource point. It is actually in this resource point. This resource point is located north of the final... I'm not even going to fucking try to pronounce that. It's found north of this safe house, and this safe house is found just to the right side of the White House. You can, once you get into the safe house, just ping this and it'll take you down this road. Once you get to this area, you will see an Admiral Burger. You're going to be coming from that direction. So you can just run in here, take a left, and right to your left immediately, you will find a lion eyes in this fridge right over here. For the third set of lion eyes, you can find them here at this food resource point over here. It is directly north of the White House. You can just run right over here. I recommend either going down 16th or going down here. Probably 16th is the best to avoid the vault control points if you don't want to. And go to the last road. Once you get to this point, you will see Kobe's restaurant right over here. And the third set of lion eyes is just right in here behind this food counter in this fridge. Then the 4th set of lion eyes you can find it in between the incursion and the DZ West main entrance. Now, I just fast traveled to the DZ West. You can fast travel to emergency bunker if you so please. It doesn't really matter, but once you get here to this spot, you will find a donut shack. Going into the donut shack, we're going to keep right and go into what seems to be, I don't know why, but a butchery in the back of a donut store. It's never made sense, but you know, it is what it is. And you will find your 4th pair of eyes right over here. Now, for the 5th pair of lion eyes, we are going to want to come to the Riverside gas station and clear that control point out. You don't need to clear the control point, it's just easier that way. You can just run into the control point into the fridge to get it. I'll show you where that is now. The Riverside gas station is to the left side of the attic, and just skewed towards the DZ West main entrance. You can find it right over there. And as for the fridge, right behind the counter over here, you can find this fridge, and this is the fridge to get into to get the 5th set of lion eyes. Okay, for the 6th and final pair of lion eyes, we are going to want to come to the archive safe house. You can find the archive safe house directly to the left of DCD headquarters, and there's the White House for reference. You want to ping this corner right over here, pretty much right there. You will find the resource node, and then yeah, just right there. Now, once you get to this ping right over here that we have set over there, and you're facing this building over here, you will see a Kerman coffee, and these doors are closed because apparently I've never been here before. But you're gonna just open them, and then right behind the counter, right over there, you see the fridge for these the last pair of lion eyes you need. Now, we're going to hop over to the location of the first statue, and we'll go from there. Now that we have our 6 lion eyes, what we want to do is we want to come to right over here, to this outcast lockbox over here. You can find that here at DCD headquarters. You can see I ran from DCD headquarters to here. In relation to the White House, it's right there. You pretty much want to find this building and just ping this tiny building over here. And once you get close, you'll find the lockbox. Now, once you get to the lockbox, you just want to turn around and you will find your first interactable lion. Now, it'll be interactable. Sadly, like I said, I've already done this on a previous character, so I can't do it again. But once you interact with this lion, it'll turn in the direction they want you to run. It's going to turn to face that lion over there. What you're going to do is we're going to run over to this one. You're going to interact with it, and it's going to turn this way. We're going to run. This one is a slight trick, not really that much, but this is going to be a lot of running, so I hope you have your running shoes on. Once you get over here, you're going to see your 3rd lion up there. Gonna run and going to interact with it, and it is going to turn that way. Now, this part I'm going to show everything because it can get disorientating to do a bunch of jump cuts here. But yeah, we're going to run up these stairs right over here, and you will find your next lion over here. Now, once you interact with it, it is also going to turn that way. So we're going to just run down the stairs. Just quickly going to demolish these. Sorry, I lied to you. This line is going to turn that way, down this way, and we're going to run to here, but you're going to meet a dead end. What we want to do now that we're here is we are on the edge of DCD headquarters. So we're just going to ping pretty much on the white line, the opposite end, and just follow the waypoint. Either follow the waypoint around, or you can cut through the DCD headquarters mission if you want. You don't need to do it, however, just cut through the entrance over here. This is the start. We're gonna keep paused. We don't care about what happens there because, yeah, we don't care. Once you get to your point, you will see another lion over here. We're going to interact with this one. And then the final trick is it's going to turn, and then the final trick is going to be down this way. We're going to run past this little entrance. I'm going to ignore what's happening here. unless I really can't. But this is going to be, like you can see, it's quite a run. And now we're in a broadcast area, which sucks, but hey, we're just going to keep running. And you will come to this little construction type deal over here. And you will see this like plume of smoke. Once you get to this plume of smoke, you're going to interact with this line. However, when you do, it is going to spawn the hunter right behind it. So be warned. You can do this at any time. Like I said, this is going to be all mornings, and then we'll jump all mornings to the last one. I think there's one in New York, but that doesn't matter. Interact with this one, your hunter's going to spawn right back there. The next mask on our list is going to be the carbon mask. Now, this is the carbon mask. It is just a full carbon fiber mask. It's very clean. This is one of my favorite masks in the game that you'll probably see me running if I'm not running my deceit mask, but decent mask. In order to get it, what we're going to do is we're going to fast travel to the bank headquarters. It is the closest place, and right down the road you will see a underground entrance. If you don't see it, just run down, you'll find it right there. Bank headquarters is just to the left of DC, the White House, and you'll find it there.
Civilians in danger.
Now, I might cut out this part, I might not. It's not that far a distance to run. I mean, I'm talking. I'm just actually not going to cut this out. It's fine. Once you get to this entrance, we're going to shoot a couple of boxes. I really hope they're shining, because if they're not shining, it's difficult to see. We'll see. We're going to go ahead and slide on down this over here. Now, once we're down here, we're going to run forward, and you're going to find either left or right. We are going to cut right first, and you're going to meet this area over here. Once here, we are going to turn to our left, and it has not been shot. It has been shot, but you will see a yellow box over there, and it will be shining. It will not be shot on your side. Just shoot it, and that one's going to explode. For the next one, we're going to run on back the way we came, and we're going to find another grate with a chest. This one can be found up there. You can see the little red flashing light. This really sucks I can't show you guys the yellow boxes, but there's one right over there. Then behind you is going to be a door with a red light. We're going to head through the little door, and we're going to hug the left wall, down these stairs. Of course, something attacks us when I'm trying to explain stuff. Where is this? Oh, fuck. Hi. That was not expected.
Guarded by hostiles.
Anyway, like I was saying, so we shot that box. We shot that box above the pipe over there. We're going to go through the red door that you find behind you, around the corner, down the stairs, through this door, take a left, and through here, through the broken wall, and you will find, now this one you're probably not going to see on my screen, because there it is, right over there. You will see a yellow box glowing. It's going to be a lot easier for you to see because, like I said, it is a yellow box and it does have a yellow glow. But right there is going to be the third box you want to shoot. Then you want to turn around and follow this tunnel down. We're going past this key box on the wall, past the red door, to here. And you will find your final box up there. Now, once you've shot that, we are going to come back the way we came, through the hole in the wall, and once you get in here, you're going to see, you should see a light flashing. I'm not seeing a light flashing because, yeah, I've done it, but through that window there's going to be a light flashing. We're going to come in
Hostile control point nearby.
and around, and right here on this,
Portable electronic device.
right here, this panel is going to be sparking and you'll be able to interact with it. Once you've interacted with it, all the lights will go out and a mini boss type deal will spawn right over there. It's not really a boss, but you're going to kill it and it is going to give you a key. Now, caveat, where we are going, and I made this mistake a couple of times. I can't tell you how many times I had to run this tunnel, because every time I finish that, I know we have to go over to this building over here. So I just fast travel to this DZ checkpoint. Don't do that. When you fast travel to a DZ checkpoint, you're loaded into a new server and you have to do all that again. So if you just avoid fast traveling to this DZ checkpoint. Either go to the safe house or the district union area. They're about the same run. I'm going to the last stop, which can be found, yeah, right here. You'll see the theater settlement and then you'll find the last stop. And just to the last stop, you will see this building over here. Now, I'm gonna put my ping right there. It's this little loop with a line through it and fast travel there. And I will come back to you guys when I get to that spot. Now, once we get to this building right over here, one of two things is going to happen. One, you're either going to find open doors like I have, or you're going to find closed doors. Now, this is a secret side mission, quote unquote. It's not really secret, but it's one of those that you need someone to give you. If your doors are closed, I want you to do, we're right here, I want you to ping 8th Street Northwest right there. Now, like I said, if those doors are closed, we're going to come right over here. So right across from it, pretty much at the tip of this component point, you're going to want to, or this H is actually the base, I think it's on the same, you're going to want to stand pretty much on the H. Once you're here, you're going to find a little opening that you're gonna that you can come into. We're going to run to the back of the store. There is a rope that you can interact with. Excuse me. There we go. We're going to go up this rope, and we're going to take the ladder up. And you'll find this little area over here. You're gonna hop through the window, go through this door, and you will find two people hugging right here where I'm standing. Talk to them, and you'll get your you'll get the side mission. The side mission is going to redirect you back here, and just run through that entire side mission. And then when you're done, you can find me pretty much, like I said, where I pinged the first time. Okay, now assuming your doors are open, or once you've done the side mission, we're going to do dust storm. What we're going to do is we're going to go in through the doors, take a right, take a left. I have to reopen these doors because I haven't been here in a while. Take another left at the guard door, take a right, up the stairs, over the railing. We're going to run straight, And over there, you're going to see a computer. Now, it's not going to be turned on for me, but yours should be on, and you should be able to just interact with it. And your hunter is going to spawn right over here, I think. Did it spawn up there or down here? I can't remember. It either spawns up there or right over here where I'm standing. So throw your shock trap. It's right here. Throw your shock trap right over here, and that's going to make things a lot easier. The next mask we're going to be looking at is the Camo Mask. Just decent, nice, clean Camo Mask. Now, the Camo Mask is a nighttime mask, and we have another set of masks that we have to do here that is also nighttime masks. Nighttime masks, same as the DC masks. You have to be between 2100 and 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, so we are going to want to come to Space Administration HQ. It is to the right bottom side of the map, right next to the Centaurium. We have DZ South to our left for reference. Space HQ is right there. You should spawn in looking directly at it. We're going to turn left, and we're just gonna hug this left wall until we find this open door right over here. We're going to turn left into this building, and we are going to hop over this counter. We are going to interact with this touchscreen over here. Lights are going to dip. It's going to become this oranginess. That's when you know you've actually activated it. Okay, once you've interacted with the button over here, you are going to want to get here to this water point we're standing on right over there. It is directly above the theater settlement. You can fast travel to Grand Washington or Stronghold to get here, but just get here. Once you are in this area, you are going to find this little platform that you can jump up here. It is on the... It's pretty much in the middle, but it's right over there, for those of you who want to know. You are going to want to interact with this button, and all these lights are going to come on, and then they are going to go off again. There is a certain order you want to interact with them. That order is going to start with this furthest one. You're going to interact with this one first. Don't know what happened there. You're going to interact with this one first. Then you're going to come up, interact with number 2, which is right over here. Number 3, right here. Number 4 is this one. Number 5 is this one way the hell over here in the corner. And then number 6, again, right back where we started, as a lot of this stuff is. This is just a lot of running work. You're going to want to interact with this one is the final one. Once you've interacted with this one, the hunter is going to spawn right up there where you pushed the button to initiate all this. Kill him and you will have your second key as well as your Camo Mask. Our next 2 masks, and the final 2 before we're hopping over to New York, actually, is going to be the Weirdo, which is accurately named, so to speak, and the Drama, which is frankly just as weird. But these are also 2 nighttime masks, and in order to do these 2, you're going to need 2 keys. Now, the keys you can collect during the day if you want. You don't need to do it at night. I recommend doing it during the day because then you have more time. The first key can be found right over here. I fast traveled to DCD headquarters, and it is directly down from the White House. So you can ping pretty much right over here. Once I get there, I'll show you guys a little bit better of a view. Actually, I'm not even going to cut this out. You just want to come directly from DCD headquarters and pretty much run straight for the tent with a flag over there. If you put the ping where I put the ping, it's going to take you around this edge, and you're going to find, once we're here, we want to go to these two nutcrackers right over there. You will see a tiny little present right over there, which we want to interact with, and that is going to be the first key that you find. Okay, now for the second key, you might actually recognize this place. This is the long-ass building we did the carbon mask in. Again, don't fast travel to the dark zone, you may be tempted. Go to District Union area or Safe House, and then you want to run to this place. Now, there is a propaganda broadcast here. I just cleared everyone out. I just haven't interacted yet, but it doesn't matter. But it's just the opposite end of the building where we did the carbon mask, right over here. Now, once you get here, you'll see this platform, and to the right of you, you will see a big gift with a tiny gift on top, and you want to interact with the tiny gift, and that will be your second key. Now, once you have your two keys, you want to come to this spot right over here. It is right across District Union area. You just want to ping pretty much in the middle of this F Street. There's District Union Arena, and we are to the right of the theater settlement. Now, once you get here, you are going to find, this is where the nighttime starts. You have to do the next couple of steps at night. You collected the keys whenever. This you have to do at night. You want to go to the left or right, doesn't really matter. I don't think the order matters. We're going to go to the right. Right around the corner, you will find a generator. You will interact with this one. Then, right across from the platform, you are going to find a second generator. This one we can interact just right in front. Then we want to follow the cable. We're going to follow this cable. It's going to bring us to this box. We're going to hop over. And we are going to interact with this switch right over here. For the other generator, it also has a yellow cable coming out of it. We're going to follow that. And it's going to bring us to a dead-end fence that we're going to jump over. And then we're going to interact with this switch. Then we are going to go back to the middle. Going back everywhere seems to be the theme. But we're going to go back to the middle, and then we are going to interact with this button, spawning both the hunters up top there. They're going to jump down pretty much in the middle, so if you throw a if you want to throw a shock trap, you can, and they might jump down. They're going to just run there. Killing both of them will get you those two masks. Okay, let's hop over to New York and start getting those done. The next two masks we are going to be getting is the Drip and the Psycho Mask. Now, this is the one and only any time of the day mask set that we're going to be getting in New York, which is where we are. And where you will find this UDBG laundry is to the top of New York. We are right here. As reference, you can use the gate control point and the tombs. I fast travel to the tombs. You will find these row of buildings. It is in between these four buildings, the road there, and you want to mark just right there on the corner of that building. Once you get here, you will find this building. Now you want to go into this building and run through to the back. At the back, you will find these rows of laundry machines. You want to go to the second row with this one at the 23. You want to interact with it, and then it will give you... it's not going to give you anything. The lights are going to flash. It's going to go red. And then you want to go over to a safe house. Now, we want to go over to the residential building safe house. Right over here. Once in the residential building safe house, we just want to go out this door, out the exit, turn left, and hop out this window. You will see this gas station over there. We're going to hop down. I'm just going to show this entire part because it's easier. You want to run around. You can jump the two walls if you want. I'm just going to turn left or right. Run around and you will see a yellow box right over there, which you want to hit once. And you want to jump over this wall. And shooting that box opened this door. In this building, we're going to run pretty much directly back. And we're going to find this fuse box that you can interact with right over here. Go ahead, interact with it. And then we are going back to the place we were just at, the UDBG laundry. I can't speak today. We're going to go back there. Now, once we're back at the building that we were at, it is right over here. For those of you that don't remember, between these two, it's right over there. Once we're back here, we want to go back inside, back to the back, and we want to interact with this panel over here. Interacting with this panel, and then we want to re-interact with the 23 washing machine, which will drop you a key for room 23, so to speak, which is located through that door, up and to the right over here. As you can see, mine is open. Once you get in here, you will see these numbers on the wall, which you're going to need a degree to decipher. You're going to walk up, press the button, hold your interact button, and it is going to allow you to get the button or get the coordinates. Now, we're going to go back to the front of the building, out the door. And at the front of the building, right over here, where we're going to want to go now is we're going to follow this road down. And we're going to put a ping right here at this little alleyway right over there. So, yeah, just follow. I'm going to show this entire part. It's just easier and it's less disorientating, or at least for me. And I'm a bit lazy, so I don't want to do as much editing. But there's going to be a lot of editing done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't care about hostages at all. Their fault for being caught. Now, you will see this when you take your right. You will see this sign. It will be glowing if it is nighttime. Again, it doesn't need to be, but you'll find this little alley and a shootable up there. Go ahead, shoot that. Get stuck on stairs, apparently. Go up. Hop over. Go down the ladder. Or just jump and break every bone in your body. Hop over. And these two panels should probably be upright. Or are probably going to be upright. Just kick them down. Hop up here. Hop over. And you need the right angle to hop over here. And we're going to go up the stairs. Over the wall. Tap that box to collect the loot if you want to. You don't really need to. Then, looking back, you're going to see a yellow cable. You can follow the yellow cable all the way up to there. Shoot the box. It is going to allow you to open this door. It's a process. You're going to take a right. And you're going to open this door to your left. You will find a shade cache over here if you have not picked it up. But we are interested in what's in this room. It says, dare you to come closer, with a burnt fellow over here. You are going to be able to interact with the burnt fellow. And finally, hop out the window. And we are going to this territory control over here. Now, a lot of the times there is something going on here. So I'm going to go right there, and then I will meet you guys back when I get there. This is also, never mind, sorry, this is also a time for you to do a backup call. I do recommend it. It is to more hunters, and it's a pain, like I said before, and sadly, if you take too long with hunters, they just decide to leave. So keep that in mind. I should have probably said that earlier. I just thought about it. If hunters have left, I do apologize. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're gonna have to do everything again. But yeah, really do use your call for backups. It really does help. And we're already here. So I guess I'm not gonna cut anything. Go ahead and wipe everyone out. Proceed to almost die because I'm on heroic and not on normal, like my advice to you all were. Now, once you get here, this is the two burning buildings, or whichever. You're going to want to come to the right of this fire truck, and sitting right over there, you're going to see a fellow that you can interact with. Interacting with him will spawn the hunters. You can leave the territory control up if you want. They do help with hunters. They don't like the hunters, or you can clear them out if you wish. But you are just going to run over to this fellow who was a division agent, interact with him, and that will spawn your two hunters. Our next mask we are going to get is the Divide mask. It is also the first of the nighttime masks in New York, and the rest are all going to be nighttime masks. So all nighttime stuff has to be done between 2100 and 3 o'clock. In order to get this mask, first things first, you really want to get the waterfront control point. It is at the bottom part of DC, or New York, sorry, right over there. Capture that one first, and then right over here you will see, okay, I have a propaganda broadcast. It's not always there, but you will see kind of this like circle area. You want to just go down this road, and then there's this little block over here right where I'm standing. You will find a generator, this one right here. You can interact with it if it is nighttime, and then we are going to need to get 4 flags. Now you want to, the first flag we are going to get is going to be done right over here at the control point. And the reason you needed to do this is because the flag you need to get is in, sorry, my dog's doing some weird shit. The flag you need to get is in the supply room that you unlock with this one. So the first flag, you're going to go into the supply room, down the stairs, and you will find your first flag right over here. The second flag that you will be able to get is way over here. So I recommend just fast traveling to this safe house. Actually, wait, is this the right safe house? Yeah, it is. The food bank. We'll fast travel to the food bank. I'm going to show you to get another one instead of this one. Or we'll get another one and then we'll get that one. Once at the food bank, we are going to take this rope down, as it always is, and we are going to take a left. Once out the door, oh, this is the area that is guarded by hostiles. Wonderful. Let's see if we can do this without initiating combat. Once out the door, you want to interact with this generator. it will lower the water. Now this place is always flooded, and I do mean always flooded. Now right down here you will see the next flag in the corner. Go ahead, pick that up, and then we'll head over to the pier that I showed you, or that I pinged. We're going to take this down here. You can just ping the pier exactly where I did. So right there, just drop the ping there.
In danger.
We just want to get to the front of the pier, or actually we're here. Never mind. I thought I might need to cut stuff out or something. I'm not going to. We're just going to go through this container door, and then you can follow right here. We're going to hug the left side, and we're going to continue running up to, where was this flag? Right over here. You're going to continue to where you see these little steps, and right there is the third flag. Now the final flag we are going to get is going to be close to this control point. Okay, so I don't know if I'm leaving the part in where I said you might not have to, but you definitely have to clear out this control point, which is the Celebration Hotel. Once you've cleaned out the control point, if you look to the ocean, if you look to this lockbox over here, there's this platform that you want to stand on. With a minigun on it, you want to look up to your right and shoot that little yellow thing right over there. Now, there is a shade cache up there. If you haven't gotten it already, you can get it now. You want to hop up here. Hop up here. Run through this gate. Open this door. And then right there you will find your final fourth flag that you can pick up. You can head up here, and in this door you can find your shade cache. If you haven't already picked it up, it's right there. Once we've picked up that final flag, now you can pick them up in any order, it doesn't matter. But once you've picked up your final flag, you want to come back to this memorial right by the waterfront. And you want to look at the flagpoles that don't have flags. You're going to need to interact with each one of them. So this one, that one, that one, and this closest one. And once you've interacted with all of them, you will be able to interact with the generator. Interacting with the generator will spawn your hunter right there in the center. So chuck in a shock trap or a shrapnel trap if you want. And that's all. Then you have your or your divide mask. Our next mask, and second to last, because there's only one more interaction after this. The last interaction gives us 4, but regardless, the last mask is the Neurotic, which is just a duct tape mask. This is honestly also one of my favorites. It's an amazing mask. Now, this one is a bit weird. It's a hybrid mask. You need to do day and night stuff. Same with the last masks. You need to do it at specific times. Now, for Neurotic, what we want to do, we've been seen, so we're going to get shot in the back of the head. But what you want to do is come over to this area right here. Now, you can tag pretty much here, but this is where you want to be, just north of the Christmas market, in respective of where it is on the map. It is down over here. When you zoom in, you'll see the Christmas market, and then you will see this in Betterport Road. Once you get to this point, you'll see a gate where you want to go in. You want to take a right up the ramp, and we want to head up this rope. We want to go around the crosswalk, and then we want to hop through this window. Now, at the back, at this light over here, you will find a little interactable. In order to do this, you want to interact with it between 5:30 and 7 in the morning. That is the time. You have to do it between those two times. And then the second one that you want to do is going to be found in the church, the Trinity Church safe house, which in respect from where we are now is right over here. So between 5:30 and 7 in the morning, you want to interact with that one. When we spawn into Trinity Church, we're here. We are going to find the second interactable at the top of Trinity Church. There is the east exit. You're going to find your second interactable right over there. As you can see, it's right there. And you want to interact with this one between 7 in the morning and 1800 at night. Once you've done that, that's all it takes. We want to head back over to the oh yeah, we're on the right track. Sorry, I just had a complete brain blank. You want to if you have the bathhouse, you can fast travel to it. If not, you can fast travel to Liberty Island. We just want to be right here where this ping is, at this long building.
I can do this.
And we want to be here at 2100 at night. So if you've done this and you're at 7 in the morning, you got some waiting to do, as always.
Friendly control point nearby.
Now, once you get close to this ping that we placed, so it's right here. I just placed it on this corner. Once you get close to it, you will see this crashed boat. Now, oh, there's people here. How much damage does this thing take? Bloody hell. I'm almost gonna die. I'm gonna die. I do not want to die. Oh, that wasn't enjoyable. Anyway, once you get to this ping, we're gonna hop on this boat. We're going to fight from here. We're gonna refill on ammo because we had to shoot everything. And when 2100 hits, you're going to shoot that box up there. You're going to hear the bell ring, and then your hunter is going to spawn right over there at that door. So if you want to, you can throw a shock trap there. The shock trap is very useful. You can pretty much throw a shock trap just over here on this corner in this area, and he'll run into it and you can burn him down. Yeah, that is the extent of it. Now we have the big boy, the last 4 masks. Let's hop into them. The last 4 masks we're going to try to get is the Trip, the Lucky, the Paranoid, and the Veil. Now, you get them all in the same interaction with your last key. So, in order to start off, we are going to want to come to this building right over here. You're going to ping in Washington Street right over there. The building can be found to the right of Oasis Park and to the bottom left of the Trinity Church. In terms of where it is on the map, it is between the Haven Settlement and the Boathouse right over there. Now, once you get here, you're going to come down the road, and once you get to the ping, you're going to find these doors. You're going to open the doors, and we're going to come around, and we're going to interact with this PC right here. Your lights should go out and should come back on in an orangey glow. And then we are off to shoot 4 different Christmas trees. So we're going to fast travel to the Trinity Church safe house. And I'm not actually going to cut out running to the trees for the... just in case it gets a little disorientating. Anyway, from where we spawn in, right here, we're going to run out, take a right, and we're going to take the south exit. Once outside, we're going to take a left, and we're pretty much going to hug the building on our left through this little gate, and we'll see the first Christmas tree right over here. You're going to shoot the star on top. You can do this at any time. Nighttime it's easier to see because the star starts to glow. However, it's not necessary. You can shoot it during the day. Just shoot them. The second tree can be found just on the opposite end of these 2 buildings right here in the middle of this square. We're going to ping there and we're just going to run around. I'm going to ignore that as far as I can. Rounding the corner, you'll find the second Christmas tree over here. Just once again, shoot the star. It should start glowing. You might not be able to see it during the day. And then the third tree can be found. This is going to be a bit difficult to show, but from where we are, we're just going to go directly right to this tall building. And just behind it, you'll find this building kind of hidden away. We want to ping this corner right over here on Maiden Lane, right over there. And I'm going to have a problem with these people. Although, we'll see how big of a problem it is. I have my world difficulty on normal, so this shouldn't be as big a problem. There we go. So we're just going to follow the line once we've pinged that corner. And it's going to take you down this sort of an alleyway to a Riker area. Now you may have seen this in playing, or you may not have. It depends on if you've actually reached, or if you've ever actually came to this area. But you'll find this Riker area, and to the left you'll find the Christmas lights. We're going to go into the area where the Christmas lights are, and we're going to find the third Christmas tree right here. Once again, shoot the star, and then we are going to come to this triangle right here, where I'm going to clear out this propaganda broadcast. You can just fast travel to Wall Street, but yeah, I'll clear out that propaganda broadcast, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so once you get to this triangle, like you saw when I fast traveled to Wall Street, there was a propaganda broadcast. I just quickly cleared that out. Once you get here, you will find a circle with your tree in the middle of it. You're going to shoot your last star, and then you're going to start to hear a beep. That beeping is going to lead you to this gift over here. Go ahead, interact with it, and it'll drop this plume of smoke and a key. Now, we are going to need to use this key right over here in this area, right there. Now, I don't have Brooklyn Bridge. I'm just going to fast travel to the residential building, and I'll come back to you guys when I'm there. So if you fast traveled to residential building and you ran over here, like I said, you put your ping right between these two buildings right there. If you can see, there's almost a road that you can see. You just want to put it in this area there. You'll come to the community Christmas food market, and we're going to want to interact with this generator over here. Okay, so once we've shot all our Christmas trees, what we're going to want, and we've interacted with the generator, we now have 12 targets that we need to shoot. In order, it needs to be in order, and it needs to be between a specific time frame. Now, the order we're going to shoot them in, I'm going to label the buildings, but we're going to shoot number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, the first 6 need to be shot between 2100 and 0530. The last 6 can be shot between 700 and 1800. And the last 7 is number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that is the last 6 buildings. Now the first target, like I said, is in the safe house. If you are standing right over here and looking at the safe house building, you'll find your first target to the right side top of the safe house right there. If you shoot it and it doesn't go down, that just means you're in the wrong time frame. But that's number 1. Then we are going to go in between number 2 and number 3, so pretty much in the circle over there, and you'll be able to shoot number 2 and number 3 from that same area. And we're being attacked once again. So from the playground, you will find your second target to the top right of the scaffolding over there. And if you turn around, you are going to find your third target to the top left. Then, going around the building to the right, you are going to find your final target at this corner. You'll find your final target right there, pretty much in the middle of the building, slightly to the right, right over there. Now for the last 2 targets, we're going to want to head back basically to the safe house building. I'll show you guys on the map where we want to be. I'm not going to cut this out just to show you guys specifically the run. So this is the safe house building. Need to hop down. And this is going to be your 5th target. It is right over there. So if you're standing pretty much on the corner of the building, it's in this on this area. It's right over there. Gonna shoot that. And then for the final building, you're gonna turn around, and we're gonna want to come decently close to this building because it is right under the tree. You're going to need to get in close, and you'll see it up there for the 6th target, and that is going to be the last target you need to shoot before 0530 in the morning. Okay, so once you've shot your 6th target, you're going to want to wait for 7 in the morning, and once it reaches 0700, you are going to want to come to this area right over here. So there's this square with a little circle over here, and you're just going to want to ping right in the middle of it, or just ping this building more specifically, but you're going to want to come to this square over here. And then if you look towards your ping from the square, you'll see your first target right over there. from your first target, what you're going to want to do is turn around. We're going to come right here. So from the first target, you're going to turn directly behind you, come around the building to where you find this jump up spot. From the jump up spot to the left, right over there on this corner edge of the building, to the left right there is going to be target number 2 or 8, sorry. That's it, target 7, target 8. Then we're going to find target 9 on this building over on this side. Once again, like the target number 6, this is going to be one that you need to get close to the buildings for because it is right underneath a tree. So for target 9, right underneath the tree over there, like I said, you need to get on the building. Right over there is going to be target number 9. And turning around, passing this, keeping this building on your left-hand side, we're going to come around to the narrow edge of the building, and as you've seen it probably right over there is going to be target 10. Now annoying. I wish I could turn these guys off. Go away. Now, for target 11 and 12, we're going to need to do a little bit of an angle change. For target 11, no big deal. We're just going to want to come to pretty much this point over here. You don't need to be in the road, but you're going to want to get some distance from this building over here. And you also might want to get a bit more of an accurate weapon than the chameleon, because we're going to be looking right up there, which you can't actually see with the chameleon apparently. So we're just going to equip a sniper rifle real quick. Right up there. So you have the tarp that's a little bit torn, and right above it over there is going to be target number 10 or 11. And then your final target number 12, you're going to want to come just in front of you, hop up here, and take the rope up to the billboard. Turn directly around to find your final target right over there on the torn tarp over there. Go ahead and shoot it. And you are done with your targets. Now we want to head back to the little Christmas market right over here, and we're going to interact with the same generator that we have interacted to start the whole deal. Now I do recommend with this one to get people. It is, I don't know, maybe I'm just not good at the game, but I struggled with this one. I had to do this whole sequence of events 3 times because the first time I died, didn't get back up. Second time, got back up, all of us died. There was 3 of us. And then the third time I was frustrated and I tried to do it alone again, died. Luckily, however, I got a call for backup, and that guy helped me out immensely. So back at the Christmas market, we're going to interact with this generator, spawning the hunters on this stage right over here. So yeah, shock trap or shrapnel trap right here. Killing these 4 will give you your last 4 masks, and then it is going to give you the access to open your box at the Haven settlement for your chest piece. I'll quickly show you guys where that is in the Haven. So fast traveling to the Haven, you always spawn in at the same point. Once we do load into the Haven, we are immediately going to take a right and you will see your wall of masks that you have just completed and the box to your left right over here. And that is all she wrote. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, if you did find it helpful, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out knowing that you guys enjoy the videos and that it helps people out to watch my videos. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!